Ladies, welcome to the third season. We're back. We're doing things a little different. We're going to address some issues in our community, and then we're going to put a video out to address the solution to them issues. So when we were sitting back thinking about how we were going to do this season without people thinking we coming at them, we felt like giving you the solution to the problem that we're talking about, or the solution that we feel will work best for you. It'll work best for you. That's the solution that we want to give. The problem is sort of obvious. Maybe not to everybody, but I got to think. See, here's a question I had. If a species was going extinct and knew about it, would that species change its behavior to not become extinct? So when you think about it, it's like, man, not too many, you can't think about too many species that done something like that, that contributed to their own extinction, where they're not around anymore. So I tried to look that up because that was a question I just didn't know if that ever happened before. And I found a word called co-extinction. And co-extinction is when a species contributes to its own extinction by not adapting to a new environment and changes. So they made a word for it, so it's happened. And so when I talk about the Black housewife, which we know that that's something that's on the endangered list, due for extinction in your lifetime. Let me tell you a story. Let me just tell you a story about extinction and how a species can contribute to its own extinction just because they don't want to change what they're doing. See, there was this bird called the Housewife eagle. It was around in like the 14th century, lived in New Zealand. And this Housewife eagle only ate one prey, the moa bird. It was a flightless bird that lived in New Zealand, was native there too. So the Housewife eagle was eat the moa bird, and then man came. And man started hunting the moa bird too, because it's a bird that can't fly. They could get it like chicken. Well, eventually, the moa bird went extinct from being hunted out. And the Housewife eagle, instead of changing to some of the other animals and prey that was there, changing what they're doing, that they've been doing now that they can't find no food, actually starved out into extinction because they wouldn't hunt a different prey. Now, that sounds pretty stupid to me, but that was a bird. It wasn't a person. But it did sound stupid. Well, I'm looking at this other thing over here I could eat, but I only want this chicken. But this is how you doing, ladies. This is how you doing. The Black housewife is on the verge of extinction. And Black females have to know this. If they don't know this, I mean, I don't see how you can't. How many women do you know who are married and stay at home and raise their kids, and their husband's working and taking care of them? That's a Black housewife. How many women do you know like that? Maybe your grandmother, your great-grandmother, maybe one of your friends. But 72% of women, even in relationships, have to work. So the Black housewife is rare either way you look at it. The thing is the Black housewife going extinct? I say she is. I say women, Black women, 8 out of 10 of y'all were housewives in the 1950s and 60s. 8 out of 10 housewives. How many think out of 10 is housewives now? If only 2 out of 10 is getting married in their lifetime. If only 2 out of 10 is getting married in their lifetime, how many housewives do you think there is? Right. So this is the cost of, I guess, feminism, where you want to be equal to men and be like men. And now the black housewife is almost extinct. Extinct. None of y'all are raising your daughters to be ladies. None of y'all. Because y'all not ladies. You can't teach your daughter something you don't know. If you're not a lady, how's your daughter going to be a lady? I don't understand how you think that works. So to say I love my kids and then work and not have a man around to help raise them, this is the life that y'all choosing, because 80% of black kids are born to single mothers. 80%. That's a lot. That's a lot. And then the way those children turn out without male role models in their lives, the statistics are stupid. They just stupid. But everybody's blaming the system, all kind of stuff. When everybody got an opportunity to do whatever they want to do in this life. See, when you at the peak of your value, 18 to 24, that's when you want to have fun. That's when you're doing everything you want to do. But when you start hitting that wall coming up on 30, then you want to bring that bullshit and say you deserve a good man. You gave up everything on a good man. You did. That man that you want. There's good men out here, because 53% of black men are single and childless. 61% are in the middle class. So there's available good men who make a decent living, but you want the millionaire. You want the millionaire. Because when you was 19 to 24, you got attention from millionaires, rappers, all kind of people in your DM. But now that you're coming up on 30, that attention is slowing down. It's slowing down, but you still want them same kind of men. That's what you want. Somebody with that wealth can show you a lifestyle that's fabulous. It ain't gonna happen. You don't qualify for that no more. Because when you turn 30, somebody turned 18. When you turn 30, somebody younger, prettier, with less damage than turned 18. You do not qualify. So you want to continue to make the black housewife extinct, because that's beneath you. That's a bad word to you to be a housewife. When you don't even know that men want you to depend on them. They want you to. We have no problem. You can't fathom it because you don't like to share your resources. We want a woman who depends on us. It makes us feel manly. It makes us feel wanted and needed. When they can depend on us, that's when we're at our best as men. But you'd rather have a job. Your job is more important than you. Money is more important than you, than your mate. Money is. Why? Because you're struggling, I guess. I don't know. But your life would be easier if you had a man in it. Your life would be easier if you had a man in it. A man you could depend on, right? Could you have depended on that millionaire that was fucking on you when you was younger? Because you ain't with him now. So that don't seem like that was so dependable. Just seemed like you got used and dumped in, and there go the lights. So just remember, you trying to make this thing extinct, the black housewife, and black men want black housewives. That's what we want. But we can take Hispanic housewives. We can take white housewives. We can take Asian housewives, Native American housewives, and they'll take us. But ain't nobody lining up to take y'all. Extinction. It's extinction. That's what's going on. But we can solve this problem if you're willing to change. If you're willing to do things a little different. Because what you've been doing ain't working. So I don't understand. If it ain't working, why would you keep doing it? That almost sounds like insanity, don't it? Yeah, I don't get it, ladies. I don't get how you don't see this extinction and why you think it's a bad thing to depend on a man. I don't know who sold y'all that, but men are more dependable than women all day long. All day long. Or do you just want to be toys? Y'all can just be toys for us. Trust me. We use you for experience and then go marry that Hispanic girl. Get our family together. Because we ain't letting no hoe raise our kids. We don't want no hoe raising our kids. That pussy's supposed to be precious. You got 30, 40 bodies on that motherfucker. That don't make it precious no more. How is it precious? It can't be precious if 30, 40 dudes done been up in there. It lost its preciosity a long time ago. You don't have to choose to be a teen mother. You don't have to choose that. You choose that because you think you're grown and you're smart. And I'm going to be a teen mom and my kids are going to turn out okay even though me and the daddy aren't together or he ain't doing nothing for the baby. Really? Everything points against that. Everything. But being a housewife is a bad word to y'all. So y'all going to let the black housewife go extinct. Because it's a bad word. Y'all got to be the most educated, dumbest people it is. Have to be. You think you actually put here on earth to work and make money when you're a female? Is that what you think you're supposed to be doing? So what? You can make billions like Oprah. And then what? Die alone? Who are you leaving money to? You put everything into a career and nothing into your mate. You go train for the career. Go to school for the career. Didn't learn how to be a lady none of that time. You didn't do nothing for that. Half of y'all can't cook. So I'm trying to understand. How is it going to end? Is it going to be that every time you see a black woman in America, you know she's just a come down? There's no hope of any real relationship. She's for pleasure. She's a pleasure girl. Is that how it's going to be? Your cat, your best friend?
Meow, 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 meow.
Your cat, your best friend.
Meow, meow.
Average woman in the United States lives to almost 80 years old. 78.4 years. Average lifespan of a woman in the United States. All women. You think your life is going to be determined when you finish your career out? That you're going to be able to find a husband or somebody, you're on the clock having kids. But you're not getting married. You're having kids and raising them by yourself. When everything shows that 3 out of 4 of those kids are going to be fucked up to society. They're not going to contribute to society. How can they? 75%. That's crazy. 3 out of 4. And it's still okay to raise a kid without a man around? And not just any man, their father. Their father. You give up the best shit you got, your womb, to somebody that you think ain't shit right now. You think they not shit right now. Somebody asked you about your baby daddy, what's your words? He ain't shit. And you had to, what do that make you if you had a kid with him? Why do you think you can get anything better than that? If that's what you decided to do. Ladies, extinction. It's on the verge. And I know you want the solution to this. How do we solve this? You have to be willing to change. You have to. You have to be willing to do things differently. You follow the crowd, you twerking in the club, the type of man that you want ain't gonna want you. Y'all already getting looked at as pleasure girls. That's what you're getting looked at because 80% of y'all having kids without no damn man. 80%. 8 out of 10. So now those ladies that are marriageable, we can't tell y'all apart because y'all standing too close to the hoes. You standing too close to them. You wearing a hoes uniform. And you next to the hoes. We gonna automatically think you up. You ain't dressed like a lady. Why am I gonna treat you like a lady? Really? This is what y'all think y'all life is supposed to be? You get your heart broken and you give up on life? Not give up on love, because I don't think love is necessary, honestly. But give up on life. What is your life by yourself? What is your later years when you definitely can't get no new man and you ain't been with nobody that's going to be there for you to hand you your pills, make you some breakfast, walk with you to the park because you're too old to work. Your health didn't deteriorate. Then what? Then you die alone. Nobody even got real good stories to tell about your last 30, 40 years on earth. Because you've been by yourself. You've been by yourself. You got to do better, ladies. You got to. Because extinction is coming. But we're going to give you a solution. Next week's video is going to give you a solution. So you better get to the solution. Do things differently. I'm going to tell you how to do it. You do what I tell you. It'll make your life better. We can talk about this. If you think it's not going extinct, let's talk about it. Call the show, and we'll see what happens. But I think the numbers don't lie, ladies. 57% of y'all dying alone. Don't die alone.